We've got a client that I've worked with for years, awesome client. Think the world of him. And construction related industry, and obviously in construction, right? Peaks and valleys, right? Highs and lows. But generally speaking, it's a trending upward. But it's trending up like that. And so we've had a number of conversations, right? We had low periods where we were talking once a week, just to just to give him a place to come to and break down over what was going wrong, right? And those have those conversations have been fantastic. And I've learned a lot. I think he's learned a lot in those conversations. And but all along, there's always been the reality that he wouldn't own the business forever, right? The business would get sold in some way, shape, or form. And so we've had lots of conversations, right? Like, how does that fit into his overall financial plan? How do we take that into account? How do we try to value it 10 years from when we're actually going to sell it? Like all of those different things. And as times passed, we've gotten closer and closer. And so, but over the course of the last even 5 years, we've interviewed M&A folks. We've interviewed ESOP folks. We've talked to strategic buyers. We've had lots of different conversations just trying to get warmed up. And about 18 months ago, we ended up kind of feeling like the ESOP was the right direction for him. And so leaned in hot and heavy, interviewed some folks, got comfortable with one, and then about 12 months in, realizing that he's still, even 2 years ago, he's still probably at that point in time, was 3 to 4 years away from pulling the trigger and selling. And so, started the process with the group that he identified to help him out with the ESOP. And about 12 months in, he came back and said, "It's not right. It's not who I want to use." And, they've been good people. They've helped me out a lot, but they're structured, the way they do this just isn't compatible with the way that I want to do it. That's perfectly fine. Let's pick up. There's happens to be that they're not the only folks in the world that can help you with an ESOP transaction. So let's pick up and let's go find somebody else. And so we did. So we're now in a new place. We feel more comfortable. Structure, strategy, not go to market, but go to ESOP it feels more natural, right? It feels more like him. And so, naturally, that is the benefit of understanding what you're trying to do, having conversations well in advance of what you're trying to do, testing things once you start to narrow that scope, and then getting tighter and tighter on that strategy as you end up closer and closer to the time that you want to actually pull the lever. And so it doesn't, selling a business, it can start tomorrow, right? Like you can decide tomorrow that you're going to sell it and be out of it in 6 to 12 months, and that's perfectly fine. There's plenty of people that do it, but intentionality around it can make it a better process. And so I'm not saying that everybody has to start 10 years out, but 5 years out, 4 years out, 3 years out, 2 years out, like the more you can begin those conversations, start to understand what those processes are like, test the waters with different folks, start down the process with somebody, and then understand, right? Really feel it, right? Like you can feel it when you start that process with somebody. And that's when you can really sense, is this right? Or is this not really the direction I want to go? So for the business owners out there, remember that starting early doesn't mean that you have to commit to anything. Starting early just means you're trying to get educated. You're trying to get comfortable with the best path forward for you and your business and your family and your employees and your suppliers and your customers. So start early, feel it out, make changes. It's okay. It's yours. Do it right, because you're probably only going to do it once. If you like today's video, hit the subscribe button down below, or better yet, just leave us a comment.